Welcome back to the Gentleman's Bureau, everybody. We have a special guest today, Mike. I don't actually. Do you want to? What? We'll just leave it at Mike. He's a man of mystery, and we're gonna let him remain that way. I mean, he doesn't even have a picture up because he likes to keep his identity on the low.
All of these are lies. You just
A lot of
no.
lies.
Thanks for having me, guys. I've watched a couple episodes here and there when I get the time. I'm not sleeping and at work, and when I actually feel like it. No, I'm kidding.
Damn it.
No, it's I'm excited to be here, guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. So, right before we started recording, you mentioned that you thought you had COVID, but it ended up just being a bad flu, and you had a good experience at the ER. Tell us more. Tell us more.
I have not had COVID yet. I am vaccinated. I've been vaccinated since March. Um, I woke up like Monday morning this week. My lungs were on fire. My throat was burning. Everything was just hell. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't cough. I couldn't do anything. And I finally just like cough dropped it out and like chugged a whole thing of NyQuil and just like slept all week. Like I didn't even know it was Friday yesterday until I woke up and I'm like, I gotta go to the hospital.
Right?
And like I was slowly getting better. I get there, they give me this huge IV bag of fluids, like 4 different like syringes into the IV for like all kind, like, and then a steroid on top of that for like this huge migraine that I had. But on Tuesday I went and got a COVID test, came back negative. So I'm like, if that wasn't COVID, I can't imagine how bad that shit actually is. I didn't ask what your guys' views were on swearing. I swear quite a lot, so I don't know if you guys are trying to keep this family friendly. All right.
No. I went into the settings and I changed it so that I don't even have to do the setting that says that it's not made for kids. It does that automatically now.
Oh, okay.
It knows that we're not for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What about toddlers taking your mom's smartphone? You better get out of here.
like, comment, subscribe.
Exactly, yeah.
Right. Get out of here.
What's terrible is as you're describing your symptoms, all I could imagine was actual like lungs filled with flames, and then you just being like,
like a dragon.
I was like, damn man, that's some serious sickness right there. Fuck, he's down with the sickness, all right. Fuck,
dude. No, like
So-
literally, it hurt to breathe. Like just I was breathing as shallowly as possible, and it was annoying, dude. Just to like barely breathe.
Oof.
and you get like the pins and needles in your lungs. You're like, something's
Yeah,
wrong. I can
it
feel
was
it.
just fire in
Oh.
my throat. Then my nose started running and burning. Oh God.
Damn.
I've never been
So-
sick like that before. I don't get sick normally, like ever. And this is the
Yeah.
first time I've been sick in a few years, and it kicked my ass.
Well, that's what they always say. Like, the longer you go without catching something, like, the worse it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get over it. I've still got a whole thing of cough drops here. I'm drinking water and stuff. And, yeah, it's just a cough I have now.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I'll get, like, a little cough. But, yeah, same. Don't really get sick. I get, like, a sore throat from, like, night terrors, and that's about it. Like, screaming and shit. But, everything else is pretty good.
Usually
man.
soften that up with some cum.
Jesus Christ.
Oh boy. So,
Excuse me.
that's
He's
okay.
gonna die.
Mike, did you notice any like side effects after you got vaccinated? Like I know a lot of people had sore arms. Some people were having like really they got like really itchy like all over. Did you experience any side effects?
First shot, nothing at all. My second shot kicked my ass. I was out for like a day. I just had to go home and sleep. I missed work that night. And, yeah, like I got that second shot. I was doing fine for like an hour or two, and then all of a sudden everything just started getting like slow motion. I was just like delirious and like looking around like, water, and then I just passed out for like 12 hours, and then I was good to go. Ever since then, not a single issue or nothing.
That's good. What do you think about this new strain or something? I just started to hear about it.
The Delta strain.
If it's anything like Delta Airlines, we're in for a treat.
Right?
I
That's
don't
what I was
know.
thinking, man.
I don't know anything about the new strain. I have not been keeping up with it. I kind of just like I haven't been hearing much about it lately or like researching it, so I kind of just like I'm not ignoring it. It's not something you can just straight up ignore. It's still around, but it's not something that's been so prevalent around me these days. So I kind of just been like pushed off to the wayside.
Cool.
Yeah. Apparently, it's like supposed to be more contagious and more dangerous than the regular strains that we were experiencing. California is going back to a mask mandate indoors for anybody, whether you're vaccinated or not. You got to wear a mask inside now.
I
Because
did
they're
see
seeing-
that.
Yeah, they're seeing like so many cases, and it makes sense. Like the new Surgeon General. I don't know if you guys saw this. The new Surgeon General. I don't. He looks kind of weird. He looks like a guy that dyes his hair gray to look older because he doesn't get the respect for the position he's in. Is what he looked like when I was talking to him. Also, like I shouldn't like degrade this guy for his looks, but his mouth also looks like an asshole. I'm just saying. First impression, but like,
One to
Yeah.
talk, Jed. Jesus.
what do you mean?
Well,
I'm not
look at all
like an
that
asshole.
butt hair hanging up your face.
Okay,
It's a
look
nice-
at this guy's
fun-
face though. Look
fine
up this
looking
guy's
beard.
face. His mouth kind of like squeezes together like a sphincter. I swear to God. Anyway,
Oh,
the Surgeon
no.
General.
yeah, the new Surgeon General. But anyway, and he was talking about like how this virus, this strain is so much worse, and like the vaccines are only like slightly like working for it and all this stuff. And the one thing he said was like over the last 3 weeks. And my first thought was, well, what's happened in the last 3 weeks that would have caused a spike for the July?
I
Yeah.
could see
think
that.
about
Yeah.
it, We're coming out of this pandemic, and then we have this major holiday where everybody's like always getting together at like bars and bar and grills and parks and carnivals and shit. So like I think it makes a lot of sense that we're seeing a bit of a rise in the cases.
Oh yeah,
Of course.
and now that all this stuff is like wrapping up, everybody is out and about. You can't keep people home right now, man.
Yeah, because we said it was over. I mean, I'm still like on the fence about the seriousness of this. I'm really on the fence about the causes of it, but like it's definitely happening. Something is definitely happening, and the fact that people like just were like, you know what, let's just balls to the wall, go right back to normal. It's like, you can still wear a mask, still wash your hands. Okay, come on.
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
this new Surgeon General was a Vice Admiral of the Navy.
Well, now I feel bad.
Incumbent Vice Admiral Vivek Murthy. Jesus, Murthy.
Tell me his mouth doesn't look like a butthole though.
It does. I can see the gray hairy thing you're talking about. Like his eyebrows
Right.
are like blacker than shit, but then
Yeah.
fucking his
And
hair.
he's got a
is
young
just-
face. He's got a
Yeah.
young face, not very wrinkled, but then his hair is like shock gray. And it's like it doesn't look like it's supposed to look.
You said
Something's not right here.
Navy, so maybe he's going for like some sort of like, oh, let me be your older mentor, young boy in the Navy kind of thing.
Oh God.
Shut the
I don't know. You know
Sailor,
what happens in
sailor.
the Navy. Rumors go
Expect some
around.
Cargo.
The first Surgeon General of Indian descent, youngest active duty flag officer. More like fag officer.
Ooh.
Anyways.
I don't know why I did the sound effect. I'll just put that shit in post. What am I doing?
Yeah. Edit. What do you use? Adobe or what?
I use Filmora.
Windows Movie Maker. Oh, okay. Windows Movie Maker.
Oh Lord.
Actually, I use
Alright.
Paint. Do it screen by screen.
Okay. Yeah.
There we go. Well, why does it need Indian like in the title of like what this guy's accomplished? He
Well,
was
I mean,
born
I'd say
not white. Accomplishment. Like what is that?
yeah,
Accomplishment.
and like that's
A brown.
yeah.
Sorry.
It's like it's cool and all. It's like cool that he's the first Indian Surgeon General, but like, how's it gonna make all the rest of the Indian Surgeon Generals feel after this? And it's like, every time I see one of those things where like they have to point out somebody's race, and it doesn't seem like they really needed to, like the first active duty flag officer you said. Now that's something that's worth it. That's like, oh hey, that's cool, yeah. That's
He's
an
the
accomplishment.
youngest.
You didn't accomplish being an Indian, okay? It shouldn't be an accomplishment that you happen to be the Surgeon General and Indian. Like, that shouldn't be an accomplishment. You should be
Yeah.
there because you deserve it, because you earned it. But like every time I see that, I always go back to an old Morgan Freeman quote. It's like, do you want a month about your racist history? Well, neither do I. Can we just be normal, please?
Yeah, stop referring to me as a black man and just call me a man. And I think it's like
Exactly.
something like that. Yeah.
Like, I'll
Morgan
find
Freeman
myself
laid
like
it down. I like
I'll even catch myself. I'll be telling stories and be like, yeah, I was hanging out with my black friend. I'm like, wait a minute, you know what? I was hanging out with my friend who happens to have a lot of melanin. If I even mention that. But like, it's just, we need to stop having the divide, because every time we talk about the divide, it's going to get bigger, or it's not going to go away.
Some of the podcasts I listen to, that shit would have stayed in. I just don't know this one well enough. You obviously don't have the fucking millions of subs like they do, so.
Yeah, we have to get to the peak before we can start digging ourselves back down.
If I was on Come Talk,
Right.
I mean, it would be nothing but terrible things.
Alright, I'll calm that down a little bit.
That's okay. Just let it fly, and if it's too bad, I'll cut it out afterwards. If it's not, it'll be hilarious. So
Right.
it works out. It works out.
Anyways, guys,
You
follow
don't
my
know
Twitch
Mike
channel.
like I
If you want to hear more black jokes, follow my Twitch.
Oh my god.
How is that going, by the way? I know. You're like the only person on my raid list. Like,
Actually,
my host list.
I am like at the limit of my computer specs to be able to try and stream and run like an intensive game like Warzone. So if I want to stream, I have to go with like simpler, like just not so demanding games, which would be okay. But half the time, if you're like a new streamer, there's not a market for some like obscure random game that you can just play to have fun. You have to play, Apex and Warzone and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's why I've been doing a lot of Minecraft, just because it's not, it can be resource demanding, but like most of the base game is pretty lax.
Yeah, it just depends how much TNT you put down in your mods and stuff. But
Yeah, exactly. And what's nice is a lot of the stuff I do is on servers, so they take the brunt of the mod loading, and I just have to have a good connection to the internet, so it works out. But when I tried to play Trailmakers the other day, like even that's like really choppy. It's constantly telling me my FPS is low, even when I'm not streaming. That's how. Like, I barely make the minimum requirements for the game on lowest settings, and I am nowhere near the recommended settings at all. So
The Midwest problem, man.
I have actually here in Rockford, I have some pretty decent internet, and my computer, I can run most games on high, medium high. There's a couple I can do like newer on like ultra, but it's not perfect. So I can run everything just about on high. But I just don't know if I have the stream and the RAM to keep up with, like streaming and playing Warzone and stuff like that. And there's other games I want to play, but it's hard. I don't have the schedule right now either.
Yeah.
I'm working nights.
I get you. Well, I mean, that working nights, that's going to throw a lot of your, I guess, like 18 plus kind of viewers out of the schedule, right? Because they're either going to be also working nights, they're going to be out doing stuff.
I don't know. If I keep my stream schedule from like, I don't know, 6 to 9 p.m., like prime evening time where there's a lot of people home, then it still gives me time to like stop the stream, get ready for work, get to work by 11,
Yeah.
One thing that I've been realizing is it does not matter at all when you stream. There's always people on Twitch.
4 a.m.
It doesn't matter. Like, I got viewers that have been watching from like England. I got this one guy from like Nevada. I had some dude from New Zealand for a while. And it's just like, it's crazy. Like, I stream, 3 a.m., 7 a.m., 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 7 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, I have no schedule, which is a different, also bad problem, because I have no schedule. I have no reason to wake up, except I guess I gotta go to the grocery store and get some food, or I'm gonna starve to death today, or like, oh, I guess I should wake up because I've been sleeping for 12 hours, or hey, they're gonna show my apartment and I need to make sure that stuff that they shouldn't see is out of sight.
Right.
So I should probably wake up and do that. Oh, hey, maybe I should burn some incense too, just in case. And it's just like,
Dildos.
So it's like
sitting everywhere. There's a girl tied up in the corner. She's like, Jed, please just let me go home.
No.
Shit though, like I was freaking out. I was like, I gotta make sure everything's put away. I gotta hide everything. Like nothing can be even remotely visible. Then they got here. This chick literally walked in, looked around my living room, and was like, I like this one better. And I was like, okay, cool. And then the building manager was like, make sure take a look at the kitchen. Take a look at the bathroom and all this. And she was like, it's like she didn't want to be in my apartment, which I kind of get. Like you're just in somebody else's apartment. I'm just here at my computer, and you're just like looking around. I was trying to give like a tour, like, hey, yeah, it's a decent closet. The bathroom, it's kind of old, but it's sturdy. All this stuff.
Here's my bedroom where the magic happens. Come on in.
Well, no, maybe, but no.
Oh.
But no, it was
Well,
just,
like if it was a dude. No, I'm sorry.
If it was a dude, I'd be like, yo, you want to play some COD later? Monica, you can head on out of here. We're just gonna play some games. He's gonna get used to this place before he moves in.
Cocks on dicks.
Cocks on dicks. What's up?
My favorite COD. Anyways,
That's great. I mean, I've only had one person like show up and view my apartment whenever I was living in it, and it was really weird because this guy didn't speak English, and like obviously I'm not required to do anything, but I was just there, and he's trying to like communicate, I guess, in like broken like English. He was from Africa, and he's looking around. He's like, so can I have this? Can I have this? And he's like looking at my stuff, like my couch. I was like, no, you can't have my couch, man.
no.
You just been like $300.
That's a prime fold-out couch that I slept on for like 4 days.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, speaking of people coming and viewing your apartments, did you guys hear that story of that lady that broke into my house?
No,
I didn't.
what?
No, I didn't even know somebody broke into
Oh
your
This
house.
my
is a
god!
great
Yeah,
guess.
this was 2020.
Somebody-
We're all out in quarantine. I'm fucking Ember, my girlfriend. She like went to go pick up like food that she ordered online. I think at like McDonald's or something like that. And so I'm just passed out in my bed, like I'm fucking just crashed. And there's this old lady that lives in Princeton. I'm not gonna put out her name. She just walked into my fucking apartment, took a beer out of my fridge, stood in my doorway apparently for a while and just watched me sleep. And then Ember coming home is what like scared her out the apartment, and like she's like, "What the fuck?" And she's like, "Look, there's someone in our apartment." I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "There's someone here." And originally there was supposed to be someone coming by to like fix something. So I'm like, "Yeah, sure, whatever. I know they're supposed to be here." She's like, "No, it's some fucking old crazy lady. What the fuck?" And I'm like, "What?" So I jump up and I started like chasing her out the front door, and she's just walking down the street, and yeah, I was so delirious and out of it. I like chased her out. I'm like, "Hey, bitch, what the fuck?"
that is fucking awesome.
Down the street.
Watched me sleep, and
You just watched me sleep.
like a block down the road, there was like this big like decorative red chair that people like take pictures in Princeton. There's
Oh
like
yeah.
they decorate it and stuff, and yeah, she was sitting on it, just drinking that beer she took out the fridge.
Swinging her feet.
Yeah, because apparently, so we called the cops and they fucking went and picked her up, brought her back, or they didn't bring her back, but like they,
Right.
yeah, they brought her back and slapped her around.
Ma'am, is this the apartment you broke into?
Yeah.
They just
Well,
walked in
apparently-
like, is this the
Apparently, she's all fucked in the head, and I think she used to live there a long time ago, so she got like confused and just like, "Oh, I'm going home," but no.
going home?
Oh god, oh that sucked. I saw her at the bar, like fucking, like when everything started to reopen and everything like that. She's like out back begging people for beers and smokes. And I'm like, "You fucking cut! I'll fucking kill you!
Here.
Break into my fucking house again?
Kill me up here!" Yeah, so that was
Show me one
quite
fucking
the
hams.
day. It actually was pretty unnerving, to be honest. Just this old lady was sitting there watching me sleep for I don't know how long. You know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Here's
God,
my question, Mike. Why wasn't your door locked?
It's Princeton.
it's Princeton, first of all.
So,
And
all the more reason.
She was just making like the 5 to 10 minute trip down the road to pick up food. You know, I lived on Main Street,
Yeah.
like right next to Dairy Queen and Ace, like right there. Where it's always traffic. There's always, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Give
I
out your
was-
full address. Who lives there now? Do you know? Is it a woman? Let everybody know on the internet.
Who lives there now is the
262.
landlord that bought the place and then kicked us out of it.
Oh, great.
new landlord bought it, and he's just like, "Yeah, I can extend your lease, but I don't know, like 6 months maybe. We'll see." I'm like, "No, we'll just fucking move out."
Dick.
He's like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to leave though." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Well, I'm gonna live here." But you don't have a fucking house? Why are you buying a whole?
Yeah, right.
Great.
Whatever.
Excuse me.
Oh,
So
no,
yeah,
man,
that was a good story about someone viewing my apartment when I was there.
Um, I yeah, that's crazy, dude. I have one story kind of like that, I guess. Um, so there's this party going on at my apartment complex, and I was like, that sounds like a good time. I'll go do that. And it's like right underneath my apartment, so I'm like on the second floor. It's on the first floor. I go down there. It's a whole bunch of people. Um, like I swear to God, I was probably the only person that like I don't know had an IQ like high enough to spell my own name. It was just
Spell
a
your
whole
own
bunch
name?
of really like dumb people.
Or was this
And
at college? Or
yeah, this is at college.
yeah.
And oh yeah, it was in that apartment that you were at. Yeah. And shit, man, it was just like I don't know. I just felt really out of place. It was like this is, and also everybody's like kind of doing like drugs and stuff, and I'm like not about that. And they're not just like smoking dope, which I'm like, oh whatever, I blow that off. But because I'm not doing it or whatever, it's just there and everybody's drinking. And that's cool, but no, like people are started busting out like pills and like crushing them up and storing them. I was like, I am out of here. This is not my scene. So I leave that party and I go back to my apartment and I just like you just didn't lock my door. Uh, but I had like no reason to, and I think I just forgot honestly. Either way, I'm taking a shower because I'm about to go to bed. Like, what happens is three people come into my apartment looking for me for some reason, and at the time I have my buddy Zach on the couch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's like fucking. I think he's drinking a half a liter of vodka or whatever, and he's pretty fucking gone. And they're like, "Where the fuck's Mark? Where the fuck's Mark?" And Zach's like, "Uh, I don't know who the fuck you are. So you gotta just gotta get out." And they're like, "We ain't leaving shit." And Zach comes, knocks on my door, gets me out of the shower or whatever. I go out there with just a towel on. I'm like, "What the fuck's going on?" So apparently these three very large gentlemen accused me of stealing their girlfriend's drugs or something like that. I was like, I'm not doing drugs, guys. That's not my scene. Like, no, I'm not stealing from anybody. And I was like, you need to go check your crazy white girl. Like, that ain't me. Well, apparently that was not the right word to say because they were upset. And he's like, "I'm gonna beat your ass. Like, we're all gonna beat your ass." I'm like, butt naked. I'm like, well, with just a towel on. I was like,
That's when you rip
will
the towel
shoot
off.
all
Like,
Start snapping
let's
them and
go.
shit. Like, come on, boys, haha.
I was like, you better get the fuck out of my apartment. So we get in this like we're just shouting like little girls at this point because I'm like just screaming, "Get out of my fucking apartment!" And they're like screaming like, "We're gonna fight you" and all this shit. And and these guys are like making a scene or whatever, and I was just like, "That's it. I'm going to shoot all of you." And like I just walk into my bedroom. That is, I've never seen somebody run so fast. They literally jumped over the balcony and just took off. Going to shoot all of you. That's all I said and walked away. And well, I the next day a couple people showed up to my apartment and the cops did, and they were like, "Do you have a gun? You're not supposed to have a gun on this property or whatever." And I was like, I have a gun in my car. I don't have one on the property." And they're like, "Well, could you just not threaten people?" I was like, "They were threatening me. I just was letting them know that I was going to shoot them if they did not leave my property, like my apartment." And the cop was just kind of like, "Well, you're not in the wrong, but
You're not in the right.
you
You're not in the
yeah,
right
it's
either. Yeah.
you can't just go around telling people you're gonna shoot them and like all this shit. And I was like,
People can't just come into your apartment saying you're gonna
yeah,
fucking
like
beat them up.
exactly. I was like, you
Yeah.
should just go get those guys. They're all fucking. They're looking for drugs anyways. Like they're accusing me of stealing shit. Like they're probably just fucking looking for drugs. Like fuck them,
Yeah.
kind of
I
thing.
was in the shower at the.
Yeah, I was like, you
Clean.
have no idea. Like this is the most
Right.
stupid situation. But yeah, that
No,
was my
it's-
cool. That's my cool. People wanting to beat my ass and like 2 words. I'm gonna get my gun. Or I guess that's more than 2 words, but 3 words. Shit, no.
4 words. But yeah,
Yeah,
Mike, you can spell your fucking name with shut up.
exactly.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I don't have any kooky stories where people like broke into my apartment or my house because I lock my fucking door.
Well,
I'm leaving to go
whatever,
check my
Gary.
mail. My
Genius
door's
over
locked.
here.
I'm going across the street to get some soda pops. Door's locked. All the time. Even back in Buda. I lock my shit. I don't care. It's staying locked. I don't need people coming in and giving me trouble. I don't need it. But like with the you can't tell people you're gonna shoot them. It's so wild. Like even when you have your CCP or whatever, you can still
I
carry
didn't say I
permit.
was gonna shoot him. I just said I'm gonna get my gun.
No, you see the
You said
okay,
you said you were gonna shoot him.
that was the first thing you said. The first thing you said in the story was I'm gonna shoot all of you.
I'm gonna shoot all of you. You went back into your room.
Well,
You're going back. You're going back. You're backpedaling. But anyway,
yeah.
when when you have like your concealed carry, you can't even say I have a gun. Like somebody's like mugging you at gunpoint, you can't be like, I'm gonna shoot you. I have a gun. You don't want to do this. You just got to do it. And you can't shoot to wound. You have to shoot to kill. If you pull that out in self defense, you got to shoot to kill. It's so
Oh
fucking.
yeah,
wild.
and
It depends on
And
your
then they
state's
fuck.
castle law or something like that, but you definitely always, if you're gonna return fire on somebody or even start the firing process, you may have to shoot below the waist because there's no intent to kill. So that'll save you a lot, and yeah,
so it would have been better if I just would have like started shooting. I would have totally been in the right.
I don't know. I think if you would have went back and got, if you had a weapon, went and retrieved it, and then came back, was not pointing it at anybody, and was then issuing commands to escape your apartment, yes, that would have been the more right thing to do, I think.
Yeah.
No, here's what you should have done. You should be like, okay, guys, let me go put on some pants and we'll get started. And then as soon as you get in your room, you just go and make sure that they hear it. And
You
then
should have
they'll be
fucking-
gone
That
before you
that
even
would
come back
probably
out.
that would be enough to scare these people. I mean,
Or just
just to get them
fucking
out of
take
there.
the towel off and start snapping them like in the locker room, and just be like, "Ooh, boys, let's go!"
Nobody wants to fight a naked guy.
Yeah. Best
No,
first thing to
fight
do
it.
in a fight, if you don't want to get your ass beat, just start getting naked.
Works. You might get knocked out really quick, but you might get off. You might get off really
Oh,
easy.
God.
Yeah, you might get off. Yeah.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
You
but
want to
that's also
shake a
true.
puss in his hand? Yes. Are you ready?
Next thing you know, it's like fucking. I'm trying that tactic everywhere. It's just not working. I was like, these guys told me. They told me it was gonna be okay. I'm in Boys Town. I'm like knocked out, and who knows what happens after that.
You sound like the gas station and be like, yeah, your card got declined. What the fuck? What'd you say? Zip?
No, change all of your clothes to tear off clothing, like even your underwear. You just grab it right at the belt and rip off your
Break
entire
away.
outfit. Like, I'm ready.
Look
Let's
at
go.
Like a basketball player, just
Exactly.
You know.
round one. Fuck.
Of course.
Bro, imagine that. You like a big flourish of all your clothes coming off. Somebody's like, I don't know what's happening here, but I'm no longer interested.
You're wearing a full tuxedo underneath.
Yeah, even better.
And
You
they think
just
it's
start
like a
messing
spy.
with your cufflinks, like, yeah, let's fucking go, bud.
Yeah, they start thinking you're like a spy or a Kingsman or something like that.
Oh, there you go. The
That
craziest
is
thing that
maketh man.
I ever seen was 2 homeless people started getting into an argument. I think it was over crack. I don't know. It was in Champaign, Urbana. I really think it was over crack because
Probably.
some dude was like smoking. I had seen that guy smoking crack before in the park, and he like lit his shirt on fire. I thought it was kind of funny, like trying to smoke his crack rock. And well, he was getting into a fight with like another homeless guy, and that's whenever I seen some dude like he starts like throwing off his heavy jacket and his fucking shirt and everything. He's gonna fight this other homeless dude. And then the other homeless guy just starts putting on plastic gloves and shit, and like puts on a bicycle helmet. I was like, okay, I
What
think
the
this
fuck?
guy's really gonna murder him now. I was like, this is weird.
He's a professional.
Yeah, he was getting really prepared.
Dude, okay,
He was-
2 stories about homeless guys real quick. Rockford's real good when it, like, the homeless in Rockford are real, like, responsible. Like, they self-vaccinate under the bridge and shit. Like, it's cool. It's an old joke. But, when I lived up in Carroll Stream, up near Chicago, with my buddy David, we had to, we didn't have a car, and we had to walk an hour to work. So we'd be up at like 3 a.m., leave at like 4, get to work at like 5, chill out for an hour. That was the best shape of my life. So we'd go and set up tents and tables and chairs with all these fucking Mexican dudes all around fucking Chicago, just setting up like 80 by 160 fucking tents, like for like parades and fairs and shit like that. It was great. I was in the best shape ever. We walked like miles and miles and miles a day. God damn. I didn't get paid shit for it, but like it was enough. But we were somewhere, and we paid these 2 homeless dudes to fucking box each other. I was like, I'll give you $10 to beat the shit out that other dude right now. And my buddy was like, hey, I'll give you $10 if you win that. If you win. And they just started beating the fuck out of each other.
Start doing your own
Was it
bum
wrong?
fights.
Was it wrong? Yes. Was it great? Yes.
So who won? Your guy or the other guy's guy?
My guy.
Your guy
Of
won?
course.
My guy won.
Champ.
Oh god.
So anyways.
I've had some interesting. Like I remember, I was over at a girl's party and a homeless dude just walked in one time. That was pretty funny. Like she was throwing a party. I knew her boyfriend pretty well. He was all right, and they were just kind of like, I don't know. Their apartment led out onto like a busy street, I guess. And they just had the door open because it was really hot in there, and they were just letting in the cool air. This fucking homeless dude like wanders in, and he's like, he kind of looked like a hipster though. I didn't even realize he was homeless until like you're like, oh, he doesn't have any teeth. Like, and yeah, he just he wanders in, like he's like part of the crew. He's like talking to people. I'm like talking to him, and he's like, hey, can you get me one of those cold beers? And I was like, oh yeah, dude, there are tons in the fridge. Like, what do you want? There's like, I started listening off, and he's like, can you make me? He's like, get me a beer. Can you make me a cocktail or something like that? And I was like, sure, man, I'll do that for you. I turn around, throw him a beer real quick, and then I'm making a cocktail, and people are like, damn it, Larry, you can't come to the party. You're fucking homeless, and you smell. And I was like, what? You didn't smell that bad, guys. Come on now. I was like, I was talking to Larry the homeless guy, and fucking Larry's telling me about his big plans. He was literally talking to me about like fucking, oh, I'm gonna go and get a bank account with some sort of bank and like invest money into this bank or something. I was like, I don't think that's how that works, but yeah, man, that's cool. Like I was just all chill with Larry the homeless dude, and then everybody told me that he was fucking homeless. Nah, I was dumb for just talking to a homeless guy. I
Just
gave him
because he's
that
homeless
cocktail
doesn't mean like
anyways.
he's a bad guy, but like
I don't know.
generally, I wouldn't want a homeless dude around. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry for your audience of the homeless that are gonna get triggered by that. But
I'm sorry, but if you're listening to our podcast and you're homeless, your priorities are fucked.
The funniest thing is there was a girl standing next to me talking to him too, and she gave her number to him or something like that. Yeah, she's like, oh no,
Larry the homeless getting phone numbers.
Okay.
I can't get a text back.
Yeah, he's not gonna call her.
Yeah.
He has no phone.
I was like, what? Payphone? Maybe, I don't know.
Borrow somebody else's phone on the street. He's like, hey, can I call this girl real quick? Hey, bitch, you remember me?
That's why I thought,
Larry.
I thought it was so weird because he like, I was like, oh, he just didn't like pull out his phone and like get her number. He like wrote it down on a piece of paper and like stuffed it back into his pocket. And I was like, oh, that's strange, but whatever. And
God, this guy's old school. Real hipster, man.
yeah, I just remember they made him leave the party, so he like stood right outside, like their area, and like on the sidewalk. He stood like right outside on the sidewalk, and he was just drinking that beer I gave him. And he's like, "Hey, can I still get that cocktail, man?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't really care. Sure, here's the cocktail."
Call this man, get drunk. It must suck.
Yeah. Well,
You gotta find
that's
her.
whenever he took that cocktail with some painkillers. I guess he said they were painkillers. I was like, oh, yeah, looks like you're gonna have a party anyways, man. All right, take it easy. I just left him to his own thing.
Circling back to the whole hipster thing, I'm trying to call her. I got to get this out. He's got to go home to his old rotary phone with like the fucking ear thing that comes off the side. You got to hold it up to your ear and then talk into the.
Yo, hey, baby. That's what it's gonna be like.
Yeah.
Those old fucking things. Those are wild. I'd like to get one of those just to have like a house phone again.
Who
I
has
don't
All right,
think it's
Larry.
antique, but it'll actually be hooked up.
All right,
Or
Larry.
what? You want me to be one of those families that has an extra iPhone on my dining room table for a house phone? I've seen
that
that
a
so many
thing?
fucking times. Yeah,
My
people
grandma-
just have
my-
an extra iPhone
Yes,
for a house phone.
my
It's like, what the
fucking
fuck is wrong with you?
grandmother. My grandmother, before she died, had a flip phone on her fucking like China hutch, and then she had a smartphone that she would take around with her. I'm like, why?
That's strange. My mom still has a house phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't.
but
That's not even the least bit surprising.
yeah,
No.
she'll
But-
always like. It's just what it is.
It'll be the same number too for the next fucking 30 years.
No, it's been the same number since like the fifth, sixth, 70s, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Out at the farm.
Yep,
Out of the farm.
that's crazy.
What's wild is like, I'm talking to my dad the other day, and he's like, "Yeah, dude, car broke down on the side of the road. Stranded there for like 2 hours until somebody could give me a ride into town." And I was like, "Why didn't you just call somebody with your cell phone?" He's like, "Oh man, I leave that thing at home." And I'm like, first of all, it was so hard to get him to have a cell phone. Like I kept trying to get him to have a cell phone because like it was so hard. We were always missing each other's calls because he could only call me from his house phone. And then finally, his phone company starts messing with him. So he's like, "You know what? Heck you! I'm just gonna get rid of it and get a flip phone. It'll be cheaper anyway." And it was, especially because he almost never uses it. Like he uses it for business, for his work, for his gutter business. And after that, like it's just he checks his calls in the morning, checks them at night, and that's it. I'm like, bro, at least keep it in your car or like keep it like with you at least. You don't have to check it, but just keep it with you in case you need it, man. Like
That's
he's
old
out
school.
there-
Respect,
That's
he's
old
not-
school
like,
as fuck.
like he's climbing up these fucking ladders and shit by himself, and I'm like, bro, what if you fall and you can't move? Wouldn't it be nice if you had a phone right on your side? You can just grab it and be like, "Yo, I need somebody to come pick my ass up off the ground. Bring a spatula."
I don't know. There's probably there's a lot of stigmas that come with like having absolutely no like technology and shit like that. It's gotta be so relaxing. You're not always staring at your phone. You don't have people bothering you all fucking day and shit like that.
Oh,
but
yeah, no
I
doubt.
know I would get so bored.
Oh yeah, like you gotta rethink about like what you do and like how you could get through without having those things. You gotta
I
pick
mean,
up a
so
book again.
You can be super content, reading books or just like watching the news or just like do it, have like a hobby like woodworking or some shit. Good for you, man. Hell yeah. But I just like, if I wanted to do that, I would have to look up certain like woodworking shit. I don't fucking.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's
Like
I don't.
that's why I wouldn't go like full into that with like nothing, but you could go like, all right, I'm gonna get rid of like my smartphone, but I'm still gonna have like a laptop and like internet and stuff, like basic TV or something like that. And like if I need to look up something, I can look it up and then like hobby my way around as an old person. I don't know. That's what I would do as an old person.
Yeah, I think I could never like 100% go off the grid, but maybe like I would say a good like 70%.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah, that would probably work.
not anymore. I'm gonna be full technology, fucking everything. I have dropped out of barber school.
That's
I don't
too
know if you guys
bad.
saw that on Facebook. I dropped out of barber school. I found out it's just not for me. I don't want to touch strangers' faces for a living. The school I was going to was not a good school for it. Like, everyone there was just a fucking asshole. And, like, barbers fucking egos, man. They think they're God's gift to earth. Hey, I'm just not that guy. Like, everyone there, the students were just so fucking annoying. I'm like, I'm out of here, man.
That's
So,
great.
next month I start at this college here in town called Rasmussen University for Network Systems Administration. So it's like glorified IT and shit. But it pays really good out the gate, and it's on the career path to cybersecurity.
There you go.
That's what I was going to go for ultimately, so I got to do this first.
Hacker man.
Yeah, exactly. Can hack through time.
That's cool, dude. No, that's really cool. Like, I'm just glad you realized, like, because everybody knows you can't get a good haircut from a straight white dude. Like, you want to get a good haircut,
Well,
you want to
hold
go
on.
like
I find like a black guy, or
Wait a minute.
exactly,
Wait a minute.
exactly. Get a nice
Straight
fade
white
from a
dude.
black
What about
guy.
the Zohan? Zohan can get
He's
a
not-
mean haircut.
it's not white. Zohan was
Middle
fucking.
Eastern.
He's Middle Eastern.
He was pretty white.
Well, he's Jewish.
Eh, they're basically white, but you know, there's levels to this thing, Jed. There's levels. Yeah. So yeah, straight white dude, probably the poorest haircut. Imagine if the Zohan was, you know, an overweight single mother with a bob, some fat ass titties. Like that person could give you an amazing haircut.
Mark, when you said overweight, I thought you were just gonna start describing me.
That's what I thought too. I was like, dude, don't blast Mike like this.
If you're just
No,
like an
no.
overweight, fat,
Balding.
drumming, fucking dude from fucking middle of Illinois. Oh
Man,
god.
bad tattoos. Like
Yeah,
3
shitty
good ones.
tattoos that all faded out. He never went back to get them fixed. He has a Twitch channel. Follow him on Twitch.
Oh, I was gonna say, dude.
Keep
One of the guys that's been watching me on Twitch, he's actually he lives off the grid. Like he's like 14, I think, but his dad's like really big into off the grid, so he has to watch me on like an iPad, and he has to go to his friend's house to get internet.
Cool.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
That's a dedicated fan. Does he only go for you, or does he watch like other people too?
I'm pretty sure he watches other people too. Like,
Oh, I was
just
gonna say
happens
that's
to
a
be-
dedicated fan, bro.
right? It's like he somehow gets the notification that I'm online. He fucking hops on his bike and just, I gotta get there before he's off. Breaks into his friend's house. Like they're not even home. He's like, I just gotta watch him. I gotta watch.
He's sitting outside on the
It's
fucking
not-
iPad.
It's not
Trying
quite
to
that
catch
crazy.
Wi-Fi. I remember I had a buddy, Zach. You know, I hope he listens to the show. I haven't talked to him in so long. He might be dead. I just
He's
assumed.
not. I had talked to him on League a couple weeks ago. I got back on League for like 2 weeks, and I remember what Zach was like, and I uninstalled it because I didn't ever want to talk to him again.
Oh, I don't blame you. I mean, he's not for everybody. But I remember he didn't have internet. He used to sit outside of what was it, the library, with his laptop and connect to Wi-Fi and play games
Yeah,
and shit like that.
or always
I was
be over
like,
to people's houses and
damn.
doing it.
Yeah.
My brother
mean-
did that when he had his apartment in Princeton back in the day. He would go down to like the train station where there was like that little park. They had free Wi-Fi there. He would sit on that picnic table till like 4 o'clock in the fucking morning, just playing video games and shit. Like he getting ate up by mosquitoes. The people are driving past him, and he's just sitting there, just fucking gaming it up. Like it's dedication.
What a strange way to live. I mean,
Didn't Zach have like a designated chair at the O'Donoghue's?
oh yeah, they didn't want him to sit in any other chair because he would
Yeah,
like snake it up a little bit.
yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
that's your fucking chair, man.
Yeah.
That's
I
your
sat in that chair on accident a couple times. I was like, why is
I
this
get
all
it now.
sticky?
right? It's like I sat down and I just felt like I wasn't sitting on a chair.
It's like,
Well-
more like, I don't know. I remember that thing smelled like dust. Like, you know, like, I don't know how to
That's-
describe it. It just smelled dirty, and then it literally was sticky sometimes. I was like,
That chair, man, it was hard to get up from. Next, it was comfortable. I was stuck to it.
Yeah, it was exactly.
You have that like those like cartoony like sticking sounds like.
Yep.
Velcro trying to break out. Yeah, it was wild.
All right, I got a topic though, and I think we got to
What's the
talk
topic?
about it. Cuba, dude. Cuba, South Africa, fucking. Oh, what else? Haiti.
Communism.
Yeah, I mean, dude. Okay, so Haiti, the president gets assassinated,
Oh,
and then yeah, nobody realized that because like right afterwards, Cuba bursts out into this craziness, right? Where it's like the Cuban people are just fighting against the government. They're like, we don't want this communism bullshit anymore. And then at the same time, South Africa is having like riots and like looting and just madness everywhere where people have to like communities are coming together in South Africa to protect what they have. Like it's crazy. I know there was like a big thing about how they burned a Muslim mosque, and then like all these Muslims are like getting together now, and they're like, we can't let them do this anymore. So they're just blind firing into like 300 groups of people of like 300, 200, and whatnot. They're running out of ammo in South Africa because of all the riots and like firing at people.
I'm not sure that's the best way to solve that problem, but it might be. I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's really not for me to say. I don't think I have an opinion or any kind of
Yeah,
statement.
I don't
on
really
that.
have a horse in this fight. You know.
I don't. I get what you're saying. Like it just
weird
seems
that-
like also South Africa doesn't play like a huge role in the world. I think like
Well, they
they
did
probably
for a
play
while
huge
there.
role in Africa, like, but as like a whole world, like not really. So the only thing I could say is like if something really bad happens, like a lot of people are gonna die in South Africa, and China will probably move in and like take over a lot of South Africa, which will be just bad because they've been taking over like huge parts of the world and just oppressing people. So
All right, fuck China, fuck all that shit. Let's talk about Germany. Have you guys talked about this or seen it?
No.
160 people have died across the region near Berlin because it's flooding so bad. Like it's under fucking water right now. Like,
It's about Berlin.
yeah.
damn, so many
Let
nightclubs
me
destroyed.
help
Oh,
with
maybe
Google.
this is just where the story came from. The death toll surpassing 160. The once-in-a-millennium floods that ravaged Germany and much of Western Europe this week had by Saturday. Yeah. Yeah, some of these pictures, man, fucking, like, entire, like, cars are underwater.
Jesus, like they do not prepare for any of that shit, right?
Right,
So,
you would never think that's, like, a
ravaging
flood
them.
area.
No. I mean, there's like entire pieces of like Denmark that like routinely like acres and acres will flood every year, like clockwork, and they have like bulwarks made up so that it doesn't go farther inland to the fields. But like,
Yeah, they're, like,
yeah,
playing
like,
for that.
this
Like,
area, like it's the same thing with like Texas when it snowed. Like they're just not ready for it, so it
Yeah.
hits you even harder than it normally
Yeah.
would.
Yeah, some of these pictures, man, fucking the devastation. It looks like what like. Okay, think of like when a tornado rips through the Midwest and destroys like a town. Okay, picture that, but all the houses are still there. Everything else is just fucked. Like the bridges are down,
Dude.
everything's cut. Like trees are down. Like everything is just gone.
And it's
Damn.
kind of piled up in the low areas. Dude, this is fucking wild.
Yeah, man, fucking.
I had some pictures right now. It's just crazy. Nature's mad, bro. Oh wow,
Damn,
I
nature,
found like
you
I found a
scared?
nice, found a nice aerial
Exactly.
shot, dude, and it's something, man.
Yeah, there's
Wow.
some.
Climate change. It's
Climate.
real, people. It's real. I don't know how much people like to say it's not, but it's real. The climate is changing.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Somebody should build the ark. My dad's been talking about that shit. He's like, man, maybe I should just build an ark. And I'm like, I mean, you got time, bro. Might as well. Worst case scenario, you got this huge boat. Like, I mean, might as well,
So,
right?
yeah.
Your dad, Jed.
We'll charge
He's
admission.
living the dream.
Make money off of it, you know. He's like, hey, you guys want to come see the Ark? $15. $30
Don't they have
Little
like
man,
a
15
you get to
bucks.
carve your name.
Little man,
Man,
put that shit in my head.
exactly? That'd be Jed. Jed's like pimping out this arc, letting people come on it. Like, hey, we're gonna talk about God right now.
Yeah, like Willy Wonka, fucking velvet suit, top hat, fucking cane. I'm swirling around. So I'm like, welcome aboard the Ark. Let's go. Time for adventure.
You're gonna turn away so many people. Like they're gonna be like, "What the fuck is wrong with this guy? You can't be pimping Jesus' ark."
Who says? Yeah.
Who said?
Well, this one is mine. Haha.
Oh, this is great. And fucking, but you know, oh my god, if I was such a corrupt dude, I feel like I would go around. Like if I was a immoral piece of shit, I would go around just preaching, because those people make money hand over fist from old ladies.
Dude, I thought about it, man.
And I would pimp my own art.
I'm
I would
in
do
a
it.
prime spot. I could totally be like a televangelist, fucking 30,000 crowd arena church, man. Fucking, I don't know, dude. It's fucking whack. It's like, really? We're letting this happen?
You just
People
gotta
got
take
killed.
the Bible and then take like the some of the like obscure parts of it and just blow it way out of proportion. Where I'm
Right.
telling people like, you should stone your neighbor if he's getting stoned. Drugs in the community are bad.
Drugs are bad, okay?
Okay. If you do drugs, you're gonna have a bad time.
And
Dude.
those are the people that make it like crazy rich, right? And they show up on TV and they start saying all the wackest things possible.
Yeah, and you can't get taxed because separation of church and state is fucking, yeah.
Awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's only separate
No
when
downside.
it benefits the church or the state. It's so stupid, dude. Oh, man. Let's not get into politics.
No, I'd rather not.
Yeah. So, how about
I forgot that I started a fucking trial to Funimation, so now every month I keep losing $15 for an anime service I'm not watching.
Oh no, this is bad.
start watching anime?
Yeah, I guess. But I only started the trial to watch the original Dragon Ball. Then I watched it, and then I keep getting charged. I'm like, fuck!
Bro, you can find the original Dragon Ball, like Kiss Cartoon, like tons of places. You can be watching it on Crunchyroll. You'll have a bunch of ads, but it's free.
I mean, you could just illegally get it somewhere. I bet it'd be really easy, actually.
Yeah, that's what
Dude,
I was talking about. Kiss Cartoon
you want-
and shit.
I can probably find it like $20. I'll mail it to you. you just
No, it's fine.
want Dragon Ball?
I know how to find things on the internet.
Oh Jesus! Let's see. As a grown man, I'm not that big into anime. Like I like the classics, and that's it. But like living in Japan, obviously, fucking there's anime everywhere, and there's anime for like almost everything.
Everything. There's
Like,
a firefighter
everything.
anime.
Yep.
Volleyball anime, dude.
Yeah,
Volleyball,
baseball.
men's volleyball.
Tennis.
Office
Cooking.
assistant anime.
Food Wars. Food Wars is great, actually.
Food Wars. Dude, yeah.
Pretty good.
Dude, yeah. Food Wars was great.
There's some
there's
stuff that are coming out that I like. There's some here and there that I get down with. But I only really watch the classics. Like, I think old school Gundam, Trigun, Yu Yu Hakusho, fucking Rurouni Kenshin. All the shit that we grew up with on Toonami.
yeah.
Fucking Zoids.
Yeah, also, Mark, by the way, I watched the Demon Slayer movie, and it was great.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I
it's
remember you
still in theaters
complaining
here.
about it being, like, everywhere, and I was like, well,
Dude.
as soon as it's here, I'm going to go watch it. I fucking did twice. It was good. Really good.
Netflix fucking goofed.
What'd they do?
They made another fucking live action anime, and it looks stupid, and I'm not gonna watch it.
I don't
What's the
blame you.
anime?
I'm looking, hang on.
I get a lot of those over here in Japan that are like only Netflix Japan. They're pretty cool though, for the most part.
Trying to find it.
They're
They're just
supposed to be
not
making a
gonna-
new live-action Avatar, but I mean, who knows?
Yeah, but it's being
Well,
made by the people who wrote it.
Yeah, so it's like it's a toss-up.
Should be
Ooh.
good.
Is it gonna be great? Is it gonna be shitty? I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm holding the review.
Yeah, we'll wait and see.
Like I want it to be awesome, but I expect it to not live up. But at the same time, I really hope it does. Which reminds me, actually, I was streaming the other day, and one of my viewers was like, "Dude, I should make you a new skin." And I was like, "Wait, what? What are you talking about?" Took my armor off, and I was like, "I'm Aang. I'm the fucking Avatar, bitch." And then he clipped it, and it was hilarious.
Nice.
And that's on my YouTube. You can find that on my YouTube.
Oh, then I'll have to look that up. That's pretty cool.
20-second clip. It made me laugh every time I see it.
Nice. Yeah, what was the new one that I like that it's out? Oh, there's a anime about Yakuza guy. So like Japanese mafia guy, and he becomes like this house husband, like a stay-at-home husband kind of guy. And it's like it's just funny because it's like the way of the Yakuza is the way of the house husband or some nonsense like that. And he just finds himself in all these crazy scenarios where he'll be going to the grocery store and he's asking the what do you call it, like cashier. He's like, do you have that white stuff? And like because he looks Yakuza and he has that like way of talking and everything, the cashier lady's like no, we don't carry that. And then his wife is like, he means flour. Or he's talking to the Roomba, and he's telling the Roomba like, this is your, and he's carrying around a sword while he's doing it. He's like, this is your test, you have to prove yourself. And he's speaking like the Roomba's like a new recruit to the mob. And he's and what ends up happening is the Roomba like goes around, knocks over some shit, knocks over a wine glass, he gets it all over him. And then he stumbles down the hallway whenever his wife comes home with her friend. It looks like he's been stabbed or something. They're like, ah, shit. So it's a whole bunch of scenarios like that, and it's fucking hilarious.
The Roomba will protect us. It's a formidable enemy.
Claymore Roomba. Ho!
Oh!
Alright, so there's a Bleach live action.
Ugh.
They just made a Rurouni Kenshin live action.
Hmm.
That's the one I was upset about. I didn't watch it. I knew there's a Full Metal Alchemist. I knew there's Death Note. They're making a Cowboy Bebop and a One Piece
Ooh.
live action.
Live action? My brother gives me a lot of shit because he went back when he had some time off and he watched all of One Piece again. And I'm just
How?
yeah,
How much time off did he have?
enough. He had enough.
3 years?
Well, you know how Brandon is, man. When he's invested, just like me, like he won't sleep. Like
Oh yeah.
if we're into something, man, we just won't sleep for fucking days. Yeah, we get it from our mom. I don't know why it's like that, but yeah. If
My
I'm
wife
really into
just
something,
finished
man,
watching all the One Piece,
They made-
and it took her a year and a half. So, damn.
They made a fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure live action?
the fuck.
Dude.
They say JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Diamond is Unbreakable, Chapter 1, is often regarded as one of the best live action adaptations of an anime, and for good reason. I'm not reading the article.
It's a low bar. It's a low bar to pass.
Yeah,
Not gonna lie.
I was excited when the first card come out with those, like the Death Note, and then I watched it. It was bad. Then Full Metal Alchemist, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch any of them after Death
I
Note.
watched about 5 minutes of it and I was like, this is fucking terrible.
No, the first one was fucking Dragon Ball Evolution back in the day, and they ruined it.
I liked
that
that
was
movie.
so bad. No,
But I watched
you
that
don't-
movie
you
before I
didn't
watched
like
Dragon
that
Ball.
movie.
I liked that movie because I watched it before I watched Dragon Ball, and
That's
I think
fucking-
it's a
my
good thing to get
parents.
people that aren't into anime because you watch Dragon Ball Evolution, you're like, this was kind of cool. I wonder if there's anything more like this, and then you find the anime, you're like, this is so much fucking better.
It's
Yeah,
like,
and
it's
then
like
you hate
comparing a
that
movie
movie.
to a book. Like when you read a book, it's so
Right.
much better. But that was my parents. Like my stepmom, she watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, and she said it was great. She said she loved it, and I was like, I fucking hate you now.
Well, I hated it at first, but now I kind of like it because of what it is, and it's actually not based on the show. It's based on the play that they watch in the show. on Ember Island when they go to that like theater of like firebending actors showing what they did. It's actually that, but with the
You're
the
gonna
ending
make me tear bend.
Oh my god! Flying kick-a-pow.
That's too good.
Man.
Wait,
No, I couldn't
shit.
watch it. I got like halfway through it. I turned it off. The Avatar live action. They kept calling him All, and like the Earthbenders, they like did that whole thing, and then a rock floated by at like 2 miles an hour, and it's like, have you seen the show? Those shits fucking fly.
Yeah. And what was even more disappointing was it was M. Night Shyamalan. You're like, oh, this is a good director. It should be like when it was coming out. I was like, oh, this should be great because
What a twist.
right, yeah. What a twist! It ended up being shitty. I'm sorry, Shyamalan, you fucked this one up.
I don't recognize him as a good director. I don't like anything he's ever put out. So when I heard he was doing it, I'm like, great, he's gonna fucking ruin it. I was right. Maybe I'm just a hater. I don't know.
Yeah, you a hater sometimes, Mike.
It should have been Michael Bay. Michael Bay would have made it. It would have been goofy and there would have been way too many explosions, but at least it would have been cool.
It'd have been only firebending. Yeah.
Only firebending.
Oh, family.
But no, like with what I was saying about One Piece. But like they've been going through and adding arc episodes to One Piece. So like they go through like all the the first arc, and they'll be like, okay, what do we actually need from this? And they'll put all those scenes into like 1 hour and a half episode. And those are what I'm watching. So I'm waiting for more of those to come out so I can just catch up with those.
Okay, One Piece abridged?
Yeah, basically.
Sort of.
That's cool. That's what I need. More abridged. Ridiculous shit.
All the Hellsing abridged, the Attack on Titan abridged is one of my favorites. Of course I love DBZ abridged, it's the best one. And Yu-Gi-Oh abridged, but I want more Attack on Titan abridged. That shit was hilarious.
Attack on Titan was a great anime, and then the bridge was even like made it better. I don't know how, but it just did.
Team 4 Star just does magic, dude. I don't know how they get away with it, but it's like they sold their soul for a fucking contract with the devil to be fucking hilarious.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, have you seen them like speak in real life or anything like that? Like some of their interviews they do, not funny. Does not come across funny at all. But
no, they have to be scripted.
They have to. Yes, they have to be in the abridged universe, and they're fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. God, we're nerding out over here. I love it.
Yeah.
Man.
Well, boys,
I was wondering how long these podcasts usually run. We're coming up on an hour 7. Hey,
I was about to say, it's about that time, and I got to edit and then drive, so I got to edit like now, and then start driving back to.
It is that time. So, Mike, shout out all your stuff, man. Let everybody know where to find you.
Plug. Hey, you can find me at twitch.tv/Asherath63. ASHERATH63. Maybe we can get a link in the description below. Heyo. You can't have my Facebook or nothing like that. But my name is Mike Peterson. It's been a great time being here. Thank you so much. I hope to come back.
Yeah, man. Next time with Facecam.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I like how you keep them mysterious. Nobody knows who you are.
Someone send me like $30 for a fucking webcam, and I'll get on it.
Yeah, I can give you my old one. No, what you should do is you get the VTuber, like the VTuber stuff, like just an animated guy.
No.
Then they start putting cat ears on him.
Yeah. Or maybe if I can have a VTube as like just like a hot dog talking, call myself like the Glizzy Goblin. Yes, I would.
Just get the character model from Sausage Party.
Yeah, there you go.
With the gloves.
Alright, yeah. Well, yeah, you can find me on Twitch. I have a YouTube channel, but I haven't done anything with it, so it's not worth putting up right now. Maybe
we'll
next
add
week.
it when it's more prevalent. We'll go back.
Alright, well.
Love, peace, and chicken grease.
Yeah.
Remember to comment, like, and subscribe, everybody. The more you share this video, the more it'll get around. Share it with your mom. You know, she'll like that. We're upstanding guys. So.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, everybody's mom.
Hey, everybody's mom.
My mom will watch this. So.
Always.
Hey, Mom.
My mom's watching this. Your mom should watch this too.
Right?
Yeah, I'll send her the link.
Oh, and just a friendly reminder, if you don't really have time to sit down and watch a video on YouTube for like an hour, we're also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Just look up The Gentleman's Bureau. You'll find us there. And hey, give us a listen. We appreciate
Yeah.
you stopping by.
Don't kill your battery on your phone or whatever, man. You're driving around. Put us on.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Do it.
Bye.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.